guys, welcome back to the Paper Lion. I'm Gypsy, and if you guys are here for the last video, you know that I had some vellum on my desk, and so I'm going to show you a quick way another quick little way that you can use them that you may not have thought of. You may have thought of it, someone may have done this, I'm not sure. But I'm using today some vellum to create these beautiful little medallions, and I'll show you how you can use them at the end of this video. So simple and quick. I am starting with some circles. You literally could start with any circle that you want. This one is 2.5 basically. I have some cutoffs over here that are 1.5. So basically what we're going to be doing is working with circles and vellum and glue, obviously. So what I'm going to do is prep some of these circles really quick. And how I'm going to do that is just, let's bring this one over here, that size. I'm just going to put them down. I'll do these two. Actually, I won't use these. I'll just use these, and then I'll use the centers from these. So I'm going to use a large ink, an ink stamp, and I'm just going to run some ink over there. Over this, you can do it in a black. You can do whatever color you want to. The black would probably show up better if you're using the craft, but of course you do not have to use craft for this. I just really like craft for some reason. But I'll go ahead and stamp those individually. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to my current subscribers, and welcome back to my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys for being here. In my last haul video, guys, I was giving away a stash of napkins, which is probably like over 20 napkins to 5 individuals who wanted to participate in that. I still have 3 spots left, so I will link that video in the description, and you can go and comment win on that and send me an email. And all you have to do is send a self-addressed stamped envelope to get your items shipped back to you. I would say probably like a 4 to 6 ounce, maybe 8, no, probably not 8 ounces worth of postage. These are not, this stamp is not the greatest. I bought this one at a, not sure where I bought this one, but for some reason the pattern is beautiful, but it's not coming out very well on this one for some reason. But it's okay. Your stamps will be better. You're just getting the idea of what I'm doing. But I do want to stamp that one all the way to the edge. And let's try to get a little bit of something on there. It just looks like smudge. This is such a beautiful pattern. I don't understand why it's not like more defined. It's kind of disappointing because it's got flowers and butterflies on it and you can barely make it out. I'm gonna have to try this one again with black. Maybe the black ink on this one would be better, but we're not doing black ink today. Anyway, so we're going to work with what we have. We got a little something on there. So basically these were, what size did I say? These were 2.5. Yes, 2.5. And I am going to be cutting out of them with a 1.5 circle for this one. Oh my God, that looks terrible. So we won't worry about that one too much. Oops. But basically this is kind of the tricky part. What you're going to do basically is make sure you put your circle in there and just, try to have, remember about how far you have it apart. And so we're going to cut that out. I don't know a way to get that to be completely in the center when you're doing it like this. If anybody else knows how to get it completely cut out in the center, please let me know, because I would love to be able to do that. But anyway, we're going to just go back again and try to get as close as we were on the first one, and we're going to repeat that with these. Make sure you push it all the way down before you cut. That way you at least have that guide going. You know, at least it'll line up when you get ready to do. You'll see what I'm doing. Okay, so now we got this. Y'all ignored the ugly pattern on here. I have no control over that. Okay, so what we're going to do also with these, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do the small ones with that too. That's going to be a little more difficult, but you'll just have to make sure it's all the way at the bottom. And that will give us, you know, a hole in the center of that. I probably won't do all of these on camera, so I'm just going to pick these, the ones that look better. Not that any of them look great. I'll pick these two, and then I'll do these two. And I can set those off to the side to be used for something else or do them later off camera. Anyway, so what we're going to do is basically this is going to be our center. So we're just going to kind of cut ourselves a little square so that we can get that glued in there. Kind of see where you want it to be. As long as it's not, as long as you don't see the edge of the vellum within your circle, because we want the circle to be completely covered, then you're good. And basically, so we're just going to take a little ink. I know some people have like the little makeup brushes. I don't have those, which I don't know why I don't have those. I got everything else except for those, but that makes going along the interior and inking it so much easier. But if you don't have those like me, this will certainly do. Okay, let's see. We're getting that in there. With the craft, it really doesn't matter a whole lot. Anyway, so now what we're going to be doing is we're just going to put this one on the back. And we're going to line up our image kind of where we want it. And then just add a little bit of glue. Not too much glue because we don't want it to go seeping through the vellum. And so let's just try to be a little bit accurate with your lining, you know, when you line it up, because you don't want to move it once you've already got it in place, because you don't want that nasty, you know, look when you get glue on vellum showing through. And I find it easier when you're gluing it down to press outward. That way you're not pressing the glue to the center. And so now we're just going to take this. Make sure you're getting the glue wherever the vellum touches, like on the outside. That way there's no separation of your little medallion when you put it together. Okay, so now we're going to take this. Actually, because I don't like the way that really came out, I am going to, well, it's okay. It'll be okay. If you don't like the way your stamping came out, you can always just flip it over to the good side and leave it be. And we are going to try and line these up. There we go, to make a complete circle again. And trim. My glue dries quick. So before yours dries, make sure you have it lined up where you want it to be. Take this little excess glue. Don't want any showing if possible. Okay. All right, now let's move on to a bigger one. I like to cut mine a little bit bigger just to make sure it's going to go where I want it to be. Try to get that butterfly right there in the center. Okay, that looks nice. Once it's down, guys. You don't want to really go back and move it. And now we are just going to come back through and do the same thing that we did with the other one. These remind me of hoop earrings. Make sure you have it lined up the way you want to before that glue sets. Mine sets super fast. And it helps if you're matching, like if both sides of your paper is matching, because that way if you have like a little bit of, mistake on the inside, you really can't see it. And these are something that you can mass make really quickly if you want to have a bunch of these on hand to do things with them. So now that we got that glued in place, I'm just going to go around here and give some ink to the edges. Same thing with this one. All right, so that is basically it for these little medallions. And let me show you really quick what I was wanting to do with them. They're great to stick in little pockets. I love putting little interactive things in my books to give people, something to do. And with something like this, let me see if I can find a good page. I love it because you can just poke these in there, and then they have a way to kind of, move it around. It's kind of like a scrying eye, like magnifying glass, where you can highlight and interact with things in the journal. I think that's really cute. They look really great in pockets. If you want to just pop one off into a pocket somewhere. Or if you're really feeling fancy, you can take this. There's my little crocodile. And you can poke a hole right there in the center. Hopefully I can do that without messing this up. It'll probably work better on the larger one. Poke a little hole right there. Grab you some twine or ribbon. Tie that on there. Add some little beads or whatever if you want to. A little something like that. And then also, let me see if I can find a bowl pin. You can find some fabric that you've put in your journal. You can just add that to your journal like that. Something just for them to play with. A little pretty little addition that can stick out or slide in depending. All right, guys. Well, that is it for this video. I hope, where did my other little one go? I think it went, they both went in my journal. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little tutorial. This would probably be a better size to make a medallion or a charm. If you wanted to poke a little hole in there, you could probably poke a hole with like your awning tool or something like that. But for this one, of course, it would have to be a little bit smaller. But anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this quick and easy tutorial. If you like it, if you think this is something you would like to do for yourself, leave me a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know that you're here. I appreciate you guys for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.